Bumper bars. So on the rear, the plan is to use a Wagon rear bumper, but when you use those straight off the Wagon, they don't really fit properly, and I've discussed that previously, so I'm not going to get into too much steps with it, but you'll see here that the end of that bumper, the bumperette, is totally different to the end of the bumper, just the shape of it. So my plan at this point is to use this part of the bumperette, and then we'll trim this down and work out a way to join them together so that I've got the bumperette on the outside but then the full bar through the middle. So we'll start cutting and measuring, and then I'll show you what we've done and see whether it's going to work. Righto, so I've chopped the end off this, so I've taken the equivalent of that really off there, and I can sit that under the back now, and it's not too bad because I've left this bit on because the Wagon one tapers in, and I just need this to come this way, so I might just cut a bit more. If you come around with the camera, you'll probably see from this side a bit better. Just go slow. Yep, I've got a newbie on the camera. So looking at that, if I take a bit more out of here, we'll be able to get this down a bit flatter, and I might take a bit more off of this because the bumperette has actually got this line running through it. So I might take a bit more off of that one and a bit more out of there, and we might have a chance of getting that a little bit closer going together. So as you'll see, Darren's here for a couple of days, so I started cutting this up Friday night to try and get a little bit of an idea what I wanted. And now that he's here, we're just bolting it together. Steve's away this week, so I'm packing parcels. So I've just come in now to have a look at it because this is where I got to. And we're just looking to get this to sit how I want it out here. So it sort of looks right there. I quite like this angle, but now we're just trying to work out which bit we cut. So obviously this needs to come in, and we'll change this bit here, but Darren's just suggesting we could maybe run that line up into there. So what do you think, mate? Do we cut it back down through here to get that to come in, or what?
I didn't know whether you wanted a sharp taper to go up there, like that follows that sort of taper there, or whether
I think the whole lot's got to come. We've got to get this into this as well, so that's why I'm thinking we could possibly move the whole lot in so that the step here is more like this little step rather than a big one.
When we trim down there, we may have to put a cut there, but we could bring that out to meet up with that flush there.
Yeah, it might be a bit square here. I think this needs to come in at least 5mm, maybe a bit more, so we can get to this. We've got to get to this point as well, yeah. And we've got like 15mm here, so we've just got to get that to come in. I mean, at what point do we try and tack something together? They really are quite different, these bumpers.
I don't know if we flatten that out so it's sort of similar to that, put a tack there and maybe get a tack there somewhere.
Yeah, and then I'm thinking we're going to have to come back here and bring that in. All the joys of doing modified vehicles. We've pretty much decided to cut from back here all the way along so that we keep this straight edge, but it's going to go back in. So at this point we'll lose this step. So the step will taper all the way back in, and this will be back at this point, so we can line it up with this one to that point.
Yeah, I think so.
So there we go. A little bit of time lapse, so probably half an hour or so. So he's cut that full length. And how much you taking out of here?
About 6 mil.
About 6 mil, and that pretty easily went back in, and just put one little tack on the end. So now this end piece, well, after a little bit more trimming, so cut the end out of that, and this is still the original part of that wagon bumper, but we're not quite fitting up here. So what we're going to do now is just, this is tacked on as well, is it, Darren?
Yeah, so
Yep,
one
so
tack there, one tack there.
So now we're just going to pull this back 5 mil to square it up a bit, and then we'll work out. But from this end, we're starting to look good straight on. But we just got to get our clearance here, bring this back around. This is not too bad. It's funny though that this is the wagon bumper, but when you come around right on the end, it's like nothing's the same. So this is straight and this is all wavy. So at some point you've got to say enough's enough, but we'll get it all squared up and then look at that and see whether I want to make any changes. But at the moment, I'm quite happy with the way that's coming along, because when you look straight on, I think this actually looks better trimmed than what this does. This almost looks like it doesn't belong on the car, where now that's looking more like it's the right shape. Well, that's getting very, very close. So trimming it and pulling this end in here has actually made it fit the shape of the body better, I believe. We've pulled this out a bit now, so this gap here, we'll probably end up leaving that and filling it up with some metal and taper it around. Now this bumper is going to be painted, so it's going to make life a whole lot better if you're wondering about that. So if you're going to chrome plate it, you've got to be a little bit more thorough, because it's got to be sort of perfect in steel. And then from the end it's looking, so we've dropped it down now as well. From the end it's looking better. We just need to probably put a bit of heat through this corner to get that point there back in a bit. And then I'll make, once it's all finished, we'll make a decision about whether we change the shape of this, because it's not too much work to cut and shut this bit here to maybe fit the body better, but at the moment it's 100% better than trying to use a standard wagon one. So the next little trim, I'll just hold that up because it's meant to be up about there. The next little trim will be along here and across, so that we can lift this up because it's a bit low through here. So cut and shut, just make it work, really. So the next thing is to get some mounting brackets. So what we decided to do is to utilise the original, this main part here is the original bracket off of the bumperettes, and then Darren's made up some angle line there. We've just got those cleccoed on at the moment, so we've just done a trial fit and it all looks pretty good. So he's going to now just got to move this one a couple of mil to get our spacing right, and then we've welded some nuts on the back so that we can, because you can't access from this side. So happy the way that's actually progressing. So the next video will be that being welded on, and then we'll go put it back on and start getting the ends all sorted. Righto, so that's all those brackets are welded on, and I've got it all bolted up solid. And what we're going to do now is work towards making some corrections. So it's pretty clear to me that these never fitted very good from the factory, because what we've got is this line here is pretty good, but then this one here is tapering the wrong way, remembering this is the end off of the bumperette. So we're going to cut down around here. You can see here we've already opened it up. Darren's opened it up there to lift this up to get to this height. So we're going to cut that out, twist it all, move it a bit, so that we can get it all to look right, because I'm really happy with the way it sits on there. I like the fact that he's welded that up now and pulled that in. It looks like it's sort of made for the car rather than being this flat plank across the back like it's made out of a bit of box section. So what we're going to do now is just try and get some of those gaps a bit nicer. And then this line here now is out, and we're thinking that's because we've cut the bumper and moved it down, but I'm going to make this panel match this once we're finished, because that's a whole lot easier. So we're going to end up with all of these parts that are just for this vehicle only, which is what normally turns out to be the case. Righto, we're getting really close now. So we've cut it down, or welded this one up, cut it down through here now to get this to go in, and we've given it a bit of a push out on the bench. You can see there that just needs like 1/2 mil or 1 mil to go in to get this line straight. And then at the back here, this runs not bad with the body because the taillight runs on an angle. So we're going to fill in the back of that now so that you don't see down through there when we do that with the coupe bumpers as well, when we do those. So you can see over this side just how much, if I just push on that, you'll see that close up. So we'll get that out, push that in, weld it up, and he's welded up all the holes now as well, so where the normal bolts go. So we're getting very, very close. But that's probably got 13, 14 hours in it so far, plus my help getting it on and off. So it's not an easy process, but it can be done. Alright, so this will pretty much be the last clip for this episode because times are marching by and it's Thursday today, so this will go up tonight. Been able to get this to a point now where we filled up all these gaps, got it tucked in nice. I'm really happy with the way it's all lining up. There's still a bit of work to do. Where this goes in, the gap between the bar and the body, we'll give that a trim. I'll do our normal body work around the bumper, which means a little bit of filler work just to make sure everything's fine-tuned. But I'm happy the way it's sitting. Taking the number plate off the ute just to get a feel for how that's going to look. So I've had to split that down here and push that in like 10 mil to get the number plate straight. So now the plate almost looks a bit too far in, so I'm going to leave that and walk around it a few times and make my mind up whether I want to move it forward a bit or whether I'm happy to leave it where it is. But really comfortable the way the whole thing sits, and the only thing I've got in my head now is I've always thought about whether I could put the XA sedan stone tray under here, because it still looks to be a long way up. The car's not going to be super low, it's going to be drivable. So I don't know whether I can make something to fit under there, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a dual exhaust that's probably going to be 2.5. In my old van, I actually had the exhaust on the outside of the spring, so out here like an XY with a taper, like a 45-degree angle on it. That's pretty much what I reckon I'll do with this one. So whether it then still needs something under it, I'm not sure, but I'll keep working away with that. And some people may wonder how I come up with the ideas and what I'm doing. and we might jump in on the computer in a second and I'll just show you, because if I'm ever somewhere and I take a photo, and now that I'm doing all these shows with the channel, I'll grab the photos or I'll get them off Google, and I've got a file on my computer that's got an ideas file. So we'll go in and have a look at that and see, I'll just show you what I've been doing. So this is a file that I've put together, and I did it for my biography and stuff when we did that for the channel as well. So this is my original van. So this would be 78, 79 maybe, as in 1979. And you can see here it's still got the bumper etched but painted, and this is the exhaust I'm talking about. So I'm looking to do that. But if I go back here a bit further, you can see there it's got the full wagon bumper with those pipes. So that's what I'm looking at now to do that, but I like the bumper now that we've done a lot better. So you can see here, that's just a full wagon bumper, which means it didn't fit very well somewhere, and they tend to stand up a lot straighter. So that's that file, and then the other one that I have is the file that's got all of the stuff for this build. So I have an ideas file, but this one here is all different Falcon vans that I've either taken myself or I've found somewhere. And I do that so that I can go through and look at the different things that other people are doing to try and work out whether I like that. You know, whether, like this one here is pretty cool because they've got rid of the clips and put a hard lid on it. And then this one's running, you know, all the Cobra add-ons plus a roof rack. So there's plenty of info out there, and I like to have it all on hand on the computer here so that I can just go in, and obviously I've taken the background off that. So I'm always playing around and looking at what I can do to make this van look how I want it to look. So that's a wrap for this one. Hope you enjoyed that. A lot of messing about, but I think the result's worthwhile. Don't forget, if you like what we're doing all the time, subscribe to the channel. I know it's a bit hard if you're watching on the telly, but give it a go. And if you've got any questions, especially on the bumper, don't be frightened to ask and I'll get back to you. And yeah, click the like button. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one.